The New Heights podcast studio buzzed with an electric energy that felt almost tangible, as if the air itself was charged with anticipation. Normally, the Kelce brothers, Travis and Jason, would riff through their signature blend of gridiron grit and brotherly banter, but today was different. Today, the atmosphere crackled with something extraordinary, a sense that fans, listeners, and even the hosts themselves were about to witness a truly unforgettable moment. Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs' charismatic tight end, lounged comfortably in his chair. His signature backward baseball cap was more than just a fashion choice. It was a nod to his roots, a reminder of where he came from. His eyes, always twinkling with mischief, held an extra glint, as if he were guarding the world's best-kept secret. And to his right, in a striking purple dress with a bold zigzag pattern, sat Taylor Swift. Her presence in the studio was a seismic event, sending ripples through the sports and music worlds alike. Taylor's golden hair caught the warm studio lights, and there was something magnetic about the way she leaned in, her gaze locked on Travis with a blend of adoration and curiosity. The chemistry between them was undeniable, radiating through the microphones to every corner of the world. This wasn't just another episode dissecting touchdowns and halftime snacks. This was the stuff of modern fairy tales. As the show kicked off, Travis ran through stories from his recent games, recounting locker room laughs and bruised shins, but his tone was different. There was a nervous excitement woven through his words, barely concealed beneath his easygoing exterior. Taylor listened intently, her smile both supportive and knowing. And the audience, both in the studio and at home, felt on the verge of something big, a collective breath being held. Halfway through the episode, the conversation veered in an unexpected direction. Travis, dropping his playful swagger for a rare moment of vulnerability, began speaking about an engagement ring. "It's not just a stone," he said, voice softer than usual. He glanced at Taylor, who was already beaming, her smile so bright it threatened to outshine the lights above. "It's a promise." The room went quiet, the air thick with anticipation. Jason Kelce, ever the instigator, couldn't resist. He leaned forward, eyes gleaming with mischief. "Hey Travis, you want to tell us about that little box you've been hiding in your dresser drawer this past month?" The studio erupted in laughter. Even the walls seemed to vibrate with cheers and applause. All eyes zeroed in on Travis, whose smirk betrayed both amusement and mild embarrassment. Taylor, sitting close enough for their shoulders to brush, tilted her head with a look that was part amusement, part deep affection. The audience could tell she was in on the secret, but her sparkling eyes revealed she was just as eager to hear him tell the story aloud. "You're not wrong, Jason," Travis replied, his voice steady, his gaze never wavering from Taylor. "That box had something I've been thinking about for the past year, an engagement ring. And I gave it to the woman who makes everything right for me." The words hung in the air, so heavy with meaning that for a moment, the world seemed to stop. Taylor's hand found Travis's, their fingers intertwining in a gesture both subtle and profound. Her smile radiated pure joy, a beacon warming every heart in the room. The audience, swept up in the moment, burst into applause, a sound swelling like a wave as the couple shared a private moment in the midst of the public eye. Travis continued, his voice thick with emotion. "That ring was more than just a diamond. It was a promise that I'd always be there for her, no matter what. When I picked it out, I didn't just think about what Taylor loves, sparkle, elegance, meaning, but what she believes in, forever, security, and the freedom to be herself." Taylor's eyes glistened as she squeezed his hand. Her composure, usually so unshakable, wavered just enough to prove how deeply his words moved her. The moment felt sacred, a glimpse into a love as real as it was captivating. Jason, ever the showman, turned to Taylor, a playful grin on his face. "So, Taylor, did you know about this? Or were you as surprised as the rest of us?" Taylor laughed, her signature charm lighting up the room. "Well, I had a feeling something was up when Travis started secretly texting my mom, Andrea, for weeks. He's not exactly the sneaky type." The audience chuckled, and Travis shook his head, feigning offense. "But even though I suspected he was planning something," Taylor continued, "I still cried like a baby when he got down on one knee. For me, it was a sacred moment." Her voice softened as she painted a picture of the proposal. It happened in the garden of our villa in Washoe, Rhode Island, just after sunset. The sky was painted in pinks and purples, and the sound of waves was like a gentle soundtrack. Travis was shaking, not because he was scared, but because he was so serious. I could feel his heartbeat when he took my hand. The audience was spellbound, hanging on her every word as she described the moment that changed their lives. "I never thought I'd get engaged before 35, Taylor admitted, her voice tinged with wonder. But with Travis, time just disappears. I knew I was ready. Jason, who normally kept things light with teasing remarks, seemed momentarily at a loss for words. He leaned back in his chair, eyes misty. "Man, that's the first time I saw my brother so quiet," he said, his voice cracking slightly. "I remember that day Travis texted me saying, 'Hey, I need some luck today.' I thought he was talking about a golf game or a press conference, but when I found out what he was really up to, I was a mess. I cried, man." The confession drew laughter from the crowd, but it was clear Jason's emotions were genuine. He went on, painting a vivid picture of what followed. "We popped champagne, danced by candlelight, and Mom kept saying, 'Travis finally found a woman who listens to him.'" The image of the Kelce and Swift families celebrating together was heartwarming, a testament to the love and support surrounding the couple. As the podcast continued, Travis and Taylor peeled back more layers of their journey together. Travis recounted the months leading up to the proposal, how he'd spent countless hours searching for the perfect ring. "I wanted it to be something that felt like us," he said. "Something timeless, but unique, just like her." Taylor's reply was playful but sincere. "He nailed it. The ring is beautiful, but what means the most is what it represents. His commitment, his heart." Their easy banter and mutual respect were palpable, every word a testament to the depth of their connection. Taylor shared another anecdote, recalling how Travis had been a bundle of nerves in the days before the proposal. "He kept checking his pocket like he thought the ring was going to vanish," she said, laughing. "And when he finally proposed, he was so focused, so present. It was like the world melted away and it was just us." Travis grinned, his bravado giving way to tenderness. "I just wanted it to be perfect for her. She deserves that." Taylor's eyes sparkled with unshed tears as she leaned into him, and the room was once again awash in applause and admiration. As the episode drew to a close, Jason reflected on the significance of what had just unfolded. "You know, we joke a lot on this show, but seeing my brother this happy, seeing Taylor this happy, it's special. This is what it's all about." The podcast wrapped with a sense of joy and unity, a celebration of love that left everyone, those in the studio and those watching at home, a little more hopeful about the world. Travis and Taylor shared a quiet smile, their hands still intertwined. The story wasn't just about a proposal or a ring. It was about two people finding something extraordinary in each other, and about the families and friends who cheered them on. As the credits rolled and the applause faded, fans knew they'd witnessed a rare glimpse into something real and magical. For those watching, it was more than just a headline. It was proof that love, in all its vulnerability and joy, is still the greatest story worth telling. If you're still reading, don't miss out on more moments like this. Subscribe now to stay in the loop, because the New Heights podcast isn't just about sports. It's about the moments that remind us what makes life truly extraordinary.